Have you ever tried to go back and find that one great AI answer? Maybe about your genealogy project, maybe last month's book club, maybe even your business plan. You spent forever scrolling. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Let's end that chaos. Okay, you can see this is the demo TypingMind account that I have. I bought a license for my account, but for the demo account, I wanted to keep it kind of clean. But even just in a couple videos demoing the software, I already have chaos. That's no good. Just like old filing cabinets or sticky notes on your monitor, TypingMind can help you sort, label, and retrieve anything you've worked on automatically if you let it. Okay, now we've got some kind of messy threads over here, lots of different chats about lots of different stuff. We want to start organizing this a little bit. So how are we going to do that? Well, we have two tools, and these are kind of our secret weapon. So first is folders. Okay, we can create a project folder coming up here, then the little folder with the plus. And I'm going to call this one, we're just going to make a bunch of these. Book club ideas, family history, weekly brainstorms, retirement planning. Okay, and when we do a folder name, we want to do the little checkbox, and that will lock in that text. Okay. So we've got a bunch of folders here now. So if I just click them, that will close them up. Now I've got a bunch of folders and a bunch of chats. So let's start using some of the advantages of TypingMind. Okay, so that's folders. And to just drag a folder, to drag a chat, this was our commercial property. So we're going to put this one in retirement planning. Okay, so now I've got one, you see the counters there, and it's this one here. Okay, now that doesn't really tell me a lot, so that's great. I have to open that up, but if I have 30 chats, that's going to be kind of a real pain. It's not going to be a whole lot better than this. It's slightly better, but not a whole lot better. So what I want to do then is use tags. So we're going to add a tag here, and we're going to say commercial real estate. We can do that. And we want to also add taxes as a tag, because that was part of our conversation. And you could get very, very deep into the tag conversation. The one nice thing about the tags here is notice that this can actually be a phrase. It doesn't have to be a word or a code or anything else all squished up together, or a phrase with no spaces or a bunch of underlines. It can be actual real world. Okay, so we're going to save that. Now notice that I got both tags and it's color coded. So that's handy when I come in here and look into retirement planning, because I'm going to have a lot of different things with retirement planning in this folder. Now I can say, oh, okay, there's my commercial real estate one. Let's keep going, and we're gonna organize this whole bunch. I started to call it a mess. It is a mess at this point if you start looking at it. So I don't have a folder for my coding hobby. Coding hobby. Okay. And I don't have one for health. All right. So now I wanted to do explore coding as a retirement hobby. We can bring that one up here. And I can also do here, just move to folder and pick the folder that I want. And once the list starts getting really long, that might be super, super handy. Okay, so it moved it here to coding hobby. I didn't put a tag on there though. So we'll come back and decide if we want to do tags on that or not. We're going to move this one to our health. Actually, let's put a tag on it first. We're going to add a tag, yoga. And you can either click down here, or if I hit return, that would have locked it in as well. Save that. So now I've got yoga, and I'm now going to move this up here to my folder for health. Okay, so now you see we're beginning to get some good structure into what we've been talking about. This one was thinking about buying a new car. So we will put that one in our weekly brainstorm, which we put here. Right, we're going to just come here, move to the folder. But before we do, let's add a tag to it. Add a tag, new car, and retirement. Okay. Now let's move that up into our weekly brainstorm because we're thinking about that. We really are itching for that new car. Okay, got our nice color coding. That's awesome. We didn't have to pick the colors. It's picking the colors for us. For some of you guys, that might be a problem, but when you're really, really running this thing hard, I think you're going to really appreciate it. Okay, so this is back to more coding. So we're just going to move it. This is general, so I'm not going to really start tagging it just yet. Okay, so this was the Apple investor meeting, and we are going to want to add some tags to that, and we'll call that Apple. And if we want to put the ticker there, we could. So let's move it to our retirement planning folder. Okay. And this was going to be retiring early. So this was in our brainstorm. So let's put this into our brainstorm. And we will add a tag. We'll put it in retirement. Okay, so that's going to go into our retirement planning. And that folder is really stacking up. And this is our last chat. And this was about sports. And we're going to say book project ideas. Because we might write a book in retirement. Okay. And let's give this a tag of, this was Super Bowl 2024. 2024. Hit that. Okay. And now we're going to move that up into our book project. Not our book club, our book project. Book project ideas. Okay. So now we come in here and we just start closing up. This is much, much more calming. We have a lot going on inside these folders. Retirement planning has a whole lot of stuff going on. All color coded, and we have 7 projects here. By the time we get to 35 projects, we'll be able to scroll, but you're gonna be back to scrolling again. So how can we do that? So now we've organized, but now it's the age-old thing. Now we have to go to the file cabinet and find stuff, right? So to do that, we've added tags and we've added folders. So now let's try to figure out how do we go find some stuff. So, the 2024 Super Bowl thing is really on me. So let's see what I can find. Super Bowl. All right. So it immediately pulled it up, but it might have been up already. I forget. All right, 2024 Super Bowl. I am doing a simple word. Yoga is definitely a tag as I can see it color coded on the chat inside a folder. Refresh the app. Okay, when in doubt, refresh. Okay, so now let's see if we get there we go. We just had to refresh it. Now my tags are working. Okay, so now I want to find my yoga stuff. All right, there we go. It's in the health, and there's my thing. Went right to it when I was knowing exactly what I was trying to do and how to get there. So that is tags, and you can see that I've got a filter on. And if I want to reset that, I can just reset that. Hit OK. Notice that went away, so that's helpful. Now I want to do retirement because I had a bunch of stuff in retirement. Okay, and it's not opening the folders for me, but that's okay. It's a little annoying, but we know it was in there. So Okay, all right. So I got retirement and yoga, and I'm getting everything that's got retirement or yoga in it, and that's fine. Now I don't want to do retirement anymore. I want to do yoga. There we go. Okay, clear that off, just the little X's, and that works. So what have we learned? We have learned how to organize our stuff to the point that I have this completely clear. Everything's in here now, and if I want to like close this up, I can. So if I wanted to add another chat, I could just click here. If I want to change the name of the folder, I can do that. If I want to get rid of the folder, I can do that here. If I want to go into the folder, this retirement planning one is my beefiest one at 3. I just click that. If I put another commercial real estate thing in here, it should pick that same about buying a commercial property in Texas. Okay. We don't really care what the answer is. We just want to be able to tag this as add tags, and when we click in here now, we can see that retirement is an option, so I can click that and I can keep going. Okay, so I save that, and notice now I've got these same colors. Now it's not in the retirement planning folder because, well, maybe that's my brainstorming for next week. Okay, and there's my brainstorms for next week. I think we will call that a day. So we've started to get ourselves organized.